When you picture the Wild West, you see gunslingers squaring off at high noon, poker games in smoky saloons, and dusty main streets baking under the sun. But there's another figure who quietly kept the frontier running: the barber. In the late 1800s, a barber shop wasn't just where you got a trim. It was where you could get a haircut, a shave, a tooth pulled, a bullet wound cleaned, and the latest gossip, all before heading to the saloon. Step inside a Wild West barbershop, and the first thing you'd notice was the smell. A mix of bay rum aftershave, tobacco smoke, and maybe a whiff of whiskey used as medicine. The centerpiece was the barber's chair, heavy, wooden, and creaky, but built to hold even the biggest cattle rancher. A straight razor so sharp it could slice a hair mid-air. Bottles of hair tonic, some of which claimed to cure baldness, dandruff, and sometimes general weakness of the spirit. The red stripe symbolized blood, the white represented bandages, and the blue, in the United States, was sometimes added for patriotism. In frontier towns, trained doctors could be few and far between. Barbers stepped up to fill the gap, performing minor surgery, stitching cuts, setting simple fractures, and yes, pulling teeth. Imagine a cowboy walking in after a cattle drive. First, a shave to look respectable. Then a quick tooth extraction to stop the throbbing pain. The barber might clean and stitch it up, using the same steady hands that shaped mustaches into fine curls. The barbershop was the town's unofficial newsroom. Cattle prices, new settlers arriving, gold strikes, and the outcome of last night's poker game all passed from mouth to ear while someone got a shave. Some barbers kept a checkerboard or a deck of cards for customers waiting their turn. And while whiskey was officially for disinfecting tools, more than a few customers got a medicinal shot while in the chair. In some towns, a shave and haircut cost about 25 cents. In remote mining towns or railroad camps, barbers often traveled with their gear: scissors, razors, bottles, and towels packed into a wooden case. They'd set up in tents, in the corner of saloons, or even in railroad cars converted into mobile barbershops. Believe it or not, sitting in the barber's chair could be dangerous. One wrong word in a barbershop could get you in trouble. In Dodge City, there's a tale of a barber who pretended to be friendly with a wanted man in the chair, while deputies surrounded the shop. One barber in Tombstone was known for carrying a revolver in his apron. If a drunken cowboy got too rowdy, he'd finish the shave with one hand and point the gun with the other. Another barber in Deadwood, South Dakota, was so good at pulling teeth that people claimed he could yank a molar without spilling a drop of whiskey from your shot glass. By the turn of the 20th century, medical regulations, better hygiene standards, and the spread of professional dentists meant barbers slowly gave up their medical duties. They focused on haircuts and shaves, but the legend of the Wild West barber, half groomer, half healer, lived on in old photos and tall tales. So the next time you see a striped barber pole, remember, in the Wild West, that pole meant more than a haircut. It meant you could walk in for a trim, a tooth pull, a bullet wound stitched, and leave with a fresh mustache and the latest gossip. Would you trust a frontier barber with a straight razor near your face? Drop your answer in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more untold stories of the Old West.